Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday today. And thank you for being here with me. So, guys, trying to be here as much as I can with my busy schedule, etc., so forth. This weather is really crazy today, but not as bad as they predicted, because it sounded like they were predicting something worse. But in any event, I'm here and I hope you guys are doing great. Keep moving forward. Don't give up. And thank you for being here. So, this topic of discussion, guys, is called Never Allow a Snake to Bite You Twice. Never allow a snake to bite you twice. Um, Remember with the comments and suggestions, etc., to non-judgmental because we don't do that here, or toxicity or any of that stuff here on this channel. We're here to build up. So with that being said, um, when you start to heal, you think about all the lessons, probably in my case, unlearned lessons and what you did wrong. And, I start correcting things, or better yet, seeing things before I allow myself to jump in or fall into traps, because sometimes people, it's like crabs in a barrel, you know, um, when they see a crab trying to get out, they crawl on it or try to pull it back down in a barrel. So sometimes what I'm saying with that is that some people, when they see that you're serious about your healing journey and that you're self caring, and you're doing everything to take care of yourself to move forward. Sometimes because they're in a place of not doing so and misery and whatever else, they try to drag you back to your old self. And when I say your old self, maybe you wasn't a bad person, right, at all, but you were just subservient to other people and you just let people use you like a doormat. And they want that old version of yourself back, in my case, that I'm using. And that person doesn't exist anymore. And, you know, when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That's one unlearned lesson that I didn't learn in the past because I would make excuses for it. Well, she or he is going through their problems and etc. and so forth. This is why they're behaving like that. This is why they're acting out in this manner. But those are excuses because we all um, have something to work on and we all can do better. But we have to have that desire to do so, to change for the better. And when someone doesn't have that desire or motivation to do so, they stay in a place of stagnation. And they don't like to see people who were previously in their energy or space or associated with them. They don't like to see you grow, heal, and evolve because they're not on that same path or journey. But life is lessons. People, circumstances, situations always come into our life for a reason, season, lifetime, guys, or a lesson. And when the lessons unlearned, I can't even repeat this enough. You have to repeat them. And when you repeat them, in my case, it was hard. Wow, it gets worse and worse and worse until the lesson is learned. So I try to learn them as quickly as I can. So with that being said, when someone show you their true colors, who they are, their nastiness, their envy, their jealousy, um, their dislike for you without a justifiable cause. Believe that. And they can show you in different ways, guys, um, deliberately saying something, jumping into your conversations, respectively, saying things out of content to try to get a rise out of you is what I meant to say. Trying to get you to act out of character, do something so they can say, you see, this person's not on any journey to heal. Look at that. People will test you. People will, when you start taking care of yourself and doing what you can to better your life, people will shake you, rate you, and hate you, some folks. And you have to be prepared for that. And at first, I wasn't prepared for it, but therapy helped me a lot. And one of the things my therapist reiterated over and over again: boundaries, set boundaries, set boundaries, set boundaries, with these folks. Because these folks that I had in my life before was toxic as hell, and they want me to stay on the toxic train. And I refuse to, because they had me where they wanted me, subservient, you know, and just making excuses for their toxic behavior. And when we do this, they never change for the better because they think it's okay, to use people like a doormat, to get what they want without doing the work, by stepping on other people, lies, deception, betrayals, and this is how they do it. But none of those things last. They may climb a little bit by doing those things, but it always gets exposed for what it is, you know. And what I learned also in this path is that to see behind the mask, because there's specific traits of this kind of stuff, people show you. Because when someone really dislike you and they really envy you, they can't hide it for long. They try to cover it up, but the mask get twisted up. Their slip starts to show. And you start to see behind that mask what this person really is. Because some people can play the game and pretend. But for me, I've gone through it so much that I can see behind it. And in this case, when I see the deception, the BS, the lies, etc., I don't even set boundaries for that. I just cut off, block, and delete. Because I'm at a place in my life and in this healing journey, is peace is better than be broken down into pieces, to have the drama and whatever. I have no patience or tolerance for it. I have zero tolerance. Cut off, block, and delete. And live your life, guys, and find things that uplift your spirit. Because, like I said, toxicity, drama, and all the negative stuff is just spilling over in this world today. The hate train, so many people riding that right now. And I keep my distance from it because you can't change people and circumstances and situations. However, you can change your perspective of it and how you react to it. You don't have to fall into these traps that these snakes set for you. They'll set a trap so that they can lure you into something and you do something or say something out of character. Aha, I got you. Me, I'm on not only on this journey, but to be my authentic self. And it doesn't matter, people, when you be your authentic self, it doesn't matter if people like you or not. As long be true to yourself. There's so much fakeness out there in this world today. Fake this, fake love, fake whatever, fake friends, fake this, fake that, but when a person is their authentic self, some people can't deal with that, because they live this shallow life, some of them, and they learn to build their empires on the backs of and sweat and blood of somebody else, but when you build from the ground up and you do things in upright and you ask God to help you, God is there to guide you, to help you as you go along on this journey. So you don't have to be alone on this. And yes, when you start doing things for yourself and you're being authentic, you're going to lose people, but it's a good thing because now you see the snakes for who they are in your life. I couldn't see that before because I was making excuses and I had blinders on. However, once I start to do the work and see why I was doing this in therapy and then take self-care, I start to self-love, self-care, and realize that I am worth it. And people, you will do, listen, my listeners, you will do the same. As you start to do the work little by little, you may fall off the wagon, you get right back on, and you start to feel better. You feel better, you do better. And you start to see your life and situations from a different circumstance, from a different perspective. And as you see that, you realize that a lot of these people, what they were given to you is not authentic. And some people, and then you see the jealousy, the envy, and the hate that they truly have. And this doesn't apply or may not resonate with everyone, but for those who it does, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you don't have to be stuck in those situations. I was stuck in a relationship like that, where I was in a 10-year relationship and didn't really understand how much this person envied me, to the point where when I graduated from college, this ex didn't even show up, deliberately had an argument with me, and not shown up. But, I learned a lot of lessons from that, envy and jealousy. And when you see that in someone and they have that towards you, and not because you're doing the wrong thing, but because you're doing the right thing. I leave people where they are. I set boundaries and then leave them where they are, because all that toxicity can spill over into what you're doing on a positive to help yourself. Remember, self-preservation is everything today. Inner peace. Because once you reach that point of inner peace, you're unbothered by all the loud noises around you. In fact, the noise starts to get dimmer and dimmer till you can block it out altogether. And that's where I am. I don't care about the lies, the gossip, because as I be my authentic self and as I share all these things I've gone through to help other people, I'm helping other people as well as myself to grow and heal. And it doesn't matter about the noise, because these are people who love the drama, the toxicity, and the noise. And I'm not on that train. So it's important. And when you have snakes around you, the difference to me is a snake will bite you and tell you it's your fault. And I look at that as a narcissistic snake, bite you and tell you it's your fault they bit you. Never allow a snake to bite you twice, because the second bite can be deadly. And what I mean by that is that they can knock you down or do something so horrific that you don't get back up again. So when I see situations like that, because I've gone through it so many times, and thank God that He was there to lift me up, because there was no way I can do this alone. But as He lifted me up and I did the work, I closed those doors. But some of these people want to stick to you like a leech, stick into your skin, and you got to pull them off. Don't let negativity and toxicity, rule your life. Don't let folks, you know, um, make you feel guilty because you want to set boundaries. Set the boundaries is so important, because it's going to give you peace of mind. Your peace of mind is everything. The drama and the toxicity, all these things can cause stress and health related issues that you don't need and you don't want. So it's important to set boundaries, do things that's going to uplift you. And as you continue to do the work and people start to disrespect boundaries, if that's the case, in my case, I shut the doors. Because when I shut those doors over here, I'm walking over here to these new doors, new beginnings where things are better, you know, and trusting God and going through those new doors. And then see, and everything that I close in the past are learning experiences. And once I learn from it, I can share my experiences with other people, how I got through those trials and tribulations. And maybe what I'm saying here can help somebody else, you know. And as I help other people, it helps me as well, as I spoke about on a video yesterday. So never allow people's toxicity and snake-like venom touch you. Just keep moving forward. Stay focused on yourself and never let people tell you you're selfish, because what you can say, this is self-preservation, because your mental and physical health is everything. And without that, you can't take care of yourself or anything else around you. And loving yourself mean if you love you, other people will love you. The right people will come into your life and support you on this journey. so you don't have to be alone, and uplift you. And never let people tell you that, if I'm not in your life, this is going to happen. That never let them manifest toxicity in your life. Because when you set boundaries, some people don't like it. They'll try to manifest toxicity in your life. Never allow that. Set boundaries. You don't have to take that in. Self-preservation is real, people, and it's necessary, especially in a world that we live in today. So never, ever let a snake bite you twice, because the second bite might be deadly. That's the message today, guys. Let's keep lifting up and moving forward and turning our pain into power, power into purpose, purpose into paying it forward to help other people as we help ourselves. That is the message today. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. Thank you for being here. Please stop by again tomorrow for a new message. Have a great Thursday and be safe out there, everyone. Bye for now.